Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the...
Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Ball carrier.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 14. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier. Kamu Grugier-Hill on
the Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 5.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy. Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Tua. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
16 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
Tua now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Sullivan. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 12-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Tagovailoa sacked. A loss of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Tua. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Laviska Shenault, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Mix the score. Bengals 10, Dolphins 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That's good.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mixon with it. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. And we're at the 41, second and 9. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Trey Burton. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. passing here. Joe Burrow throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Kyle Van Noy drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
5-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Connection made with Chenault. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a dump off here complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Tua. Drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Kyle Van Noy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. This one into the hands of Burton. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Their own 36-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You know,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
The first down pass. Intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Burrow on 1st down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Out of bounds.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Brings up second.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Pinheiro on for the field goal.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
He has a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. On
1st down, Mixon. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. That's complete right around the 8. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Bernard, the ball.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll run with Mixon. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
Number 28.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Burrow.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the
going to the air, Tagovailoa. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 43 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off with great anticipation. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
He is good. Makes the score Bengals 25, Dolphins 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth.
With the score, Bengals 25.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
But it brings up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Turnover on downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Tua on 4th down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And he'll be out right at the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll get this up awfully close to a 1st down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. as he's on. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Push him back. Push him back.
Here's Mixon. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Complete to LaVisca Chenault. A gain of 33 yards on the play. 1st down, Miami.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
One final try for Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bengals, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.